Mystery. CBS 4's Gary Nelson is working the story for us. He joins us live from Southwest Miami-Dade with the latest. Gary?
Well, the owner of this flight training school says this pilot, a licensed pilot, but not certified to fly by instruments, should not have been flying that plane out of here Saturday night. Now, there's still the question that remains, why did the owner of the school wait 4 days to report the plane and the pilot missing? In the Everglades west of Homestead, a small plane mangled in an apparent crash dive. The scene infused with alligators, accessible only by airboat. The plane was occupied only by the pilot, who was apparently killed outright. He was an advanced student at Miami Executive Airport's Dean Flight Training School. The school owner says the pilot took off in the plane Saturday night without telling anyone.
He decided to go fly himself. So he basically took the aircraft away from here without any authorization.
He says the pilot who flew the plane into the Everglades muck was well aware of rules against solo night flights.
But the individual was qualified to fly the aircraft, but he broke every single company policy. They're required to fly at night with 2 pilots on board.
The requirement is for good reason. Pilots can easily lose their bearings at night.
You go out there in the pitch dark and you basically have spatial disorientation. So what took place with him is he took off and he went to what's basically called a black hole.
But knowing the danger, why did the company not report this plane, its pilot, missing for 4 days?
In our minds, we thought that he had already taken off and he was doing what's called a solo cross-country.
It was not until after the July 4th holiday, when the pilot had not returned and the plane couldn't be found at airports around the state, that Miami-Dade Fire Rescue found it in the swamp hours after the company reported it missing.